Everybody loves a good conspiracy theory, especially YouTubers. But what if instead of using facts, figures, dates, statistics to explain their arguments, what if they used Hollywood logic? Get your tinfoil ready, folks. We're talking conspiracy theories. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sesh. I'm your host, Raveheart, here as always. My best friend, my co-host, my partner in crime, Taylor Surreal. We are here to talk to you about some conspiracies and the theories surrounding them. The expertise of all Americans.
Oh, yes.
More so than any Europeans. Like, let's face it, I'm sorry if there are European people watching this video. You guys suck at conspiracy theories. Just by comparison. It's like, step your game up.
I've never even heard of a European conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
video,
I know.
So there you go. Step your game up, guys.
So yeah, what conspiracy are we discussing? Well, it's connected to the thing that everybody's been talking about in the Formula One and motor racing world since, 4 corners into the British Grand Prix? That would be the crashing off of Max Verstappen by Lewis Hamilton. Now, as you can probably tell from the intro, we are not concerned with facts and figures here. We're here to tell you a different story. What we think really happened here. So, to do that, we got to rewind. We got to go back to February. It's a month before the season.
Beautiful.
You know, everybody's gearing up, ready to get to Bahrain for the first race.
Mercedes has been killing it.
Yep. They're coming off of their 7th straight Constructors and Drivers Championship.
Little do we know, Red Bull's plotting.
Yes.
People are plotting.
You know, Red Bull has top men on the case, ready for this.
Been on the case.
To arm Mad Max Verstappen in his fight against Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
But at Mercedes, an interesting character arrives but a month before the season starts. It's the middle of the afternoon. It's the middle of the afternoon. There's a big lightning strike. Portal appears. And out of said portal appears butt-naked Lewis Hamilton. But butt-naked Lewis Hamilton with no dong.
Important detail.
Kendall Smooth. And
multiple reasons.
This weird Lewis Hamilton just rolls up to the Mercedes headquarters, throws the fucking door off the hinges, walks into Toto Wolff's office, and, you know, as Toto responds, you know, "Oh my God, what is this? You are not Lewis." You know, Lewis does the point, and then his eyes turn red, and out projects a hologram of future Toto Wolff.
Ah, yes.
Now, here's where we have to fast forward to 2032. And yeah, Mercedes haven't won a title in a decade at this point. They decide that, okay, let's stop working on the car. Fuck the car. Fuck developing that. You know, we're Mercedes. We gotta do something. We gotta break the mold here. So they create a liquid metal robot version of Lewis Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
implanted with the perfect driver AI.
Simultaneously
They're also
discovering time
they're also
travel.
developing time travel. This is
Simultaneously, they have massive
all a part.
compartmentalized branches
Yes,
of engineering going on because it's Mercedes. They are the Germans.
but it's all a part of a top secret project called Project Schwarzenegger.
We don't make this shit up, except for we do.
Yes, and the outcome of Project Schwarzenegger is the LHT1000.
Dun 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 dun.
Now,
Dun dun dun.
the reason why they've sent him back in time is because in 2030, the FIA is going to ban all robotics and AI and anything like that from being used in all motorsports. But the one thing they didn't ban was using time travel in order to send it back in time and use it before the FIA could ban it, which is obviously what Mercedes has done.
And obviously seems like why the ban happened in the first place.
Yep. So now we fast forward back to February of, or rewind back to February of 2021, and hologram Toto Wolff is explaining this to real Toto Wolff,
Or present.
the present
Our
Toto
present.
Wolff, and there's having a conversation with him. It's like, you must do this. There's no other option. The fight is lost. Max Verstappen is our John Connor. He must be destroyed.
This is the only option.
They're German. They're very black and white kind of people. They have to
Look at your email.
Yeah, exactly. Look at your
I
emails.
have
Very
sent you a
interesting
document.
information. But it's like, and he's warning the future hologram of Toto is warning present Toto about how Lewis is going to try and fuck this up. It's like, he's not going to want to be involved. You're going to have to take extra measures in order to ensure that that's not going to happen. While those measures are being put together, and in the run-up to Bahrain, Lewis convinces Toto not to activate the LHT1000.
He's like, look at the record.
Yeah.
Come on. Look at all the W's. Look at me. I'm Lewis Hamilton. We don't need that guy.
Seven world titles. Would have been more, but we had to give one to Nico so he could retire. Like that, all that
Unreal.
shit. Totally different conspiracy. It has nothing to do with this one. But yeah, so Bahrain happens, and it is the real Lewis Hamilton is present real Lewis Hamilton in the car. The LHT1000 has been put on ice, as it were, in cryostasis at Mercedes headquarters. Should he be needed? Now, the engineers eventually convinced Toto that they've got to bring that thing out of cryostasis. They've got to test it. They got to know what the LHT1000 is really capable of. So they put him in last year's car, and they run secret tests at some underground facility in Germany. I'm sure there's an underground motorsport facility in Germany somewhere.
Guaranteed.
And he's lapping a lap faster than Lewis Hamilton was in the same car. Just absolutely blitzing it. So Lewis starts to lose the faith of some of the engineers. Because they know They've seen it. The thing can do what the hologram of Toto Wolff said it could do.
The only weakness left was the human inside the race suit.
Exactly. And we obviously know from Bahrain. Well, it wasn't a dominating victory. You know, they're winning by little bits, but not, you know, it wasn't like Mercedes was blowing Max out by 18 seconds like he was to them in Austria.
Right, that's one of those wins where you go back to the locker room and you still get yelled at.
Yep. But that was before he dropped 5 in a row. By the time he dropped 5 in a row, even the most hardcore Lewis supporters in that paddock are like, yo, you think it's time to bust out the LHT 1000? So it's like it's there. We got to do it at some point.
They start like warming them up.
Yeah, it's like
he's one of the Dark Rangers or whatever.
They start circulating the heat back through the liquid metal in order to activate the robot and the AI. But after he drops 5 in a row, they're like, he's lost the paddock, he's lost the engineers, and he's lost Toto. It's time to bring in the LHT 1000 for the British Grand Prix, because Mercedes considers that their second home race. But you're probably asking, how do they accomplish that? How do they get rid of Lewis Hamilton, one of the most,
Famous
present public figures in the world?
Yeah.
Well, that's where the Goodwood Festival of Speed comes in. Everybody who's anybody in the world of cars and motorsport is there that weekend.
Except for us.
Well, yeah.
Due to COVID restrictions, we'll say that.
I blame it on, I can't fly because of eye surgery, but whatever. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, Doug's eye surgery.
But, so yeah, he does his media availability at Goodwood. And he's driven home by a Mercedes representative.
Uh-oh.
They're not one he's met before. New guy.
Uh-oh.
Think like Jason Statham from The Transporter.
He gets picked up in the 7 Series BMW from 2005.
I was thinking also more like the Hitman from the Hitman video games, but
oh, yes.
Just big old beefy bald German dude rolls up in a G-Wagon. Mr. Hamilton, your ride has arrived.
Blonde
Get in the car. I was just like, he gets Lewis home, shakes his hand, dabs him up, whatever, and then it's just the pan out. There's a sniper on the roof of Lewis's house with a dart gun.
They're like, pull the gun off him. We got him.
Basically, just
it's like a 15-man operation.
Just tranks him. And then, next shot, you see an airfield. Random airfield, you don't know where it is. Big old military truck pulls up, and there's one of those cryopods. But it's Lewis Hamilton in the exact outfit he was wearing at Goodwood. And Lewis Hamilton wakes up in a German ski chalet, like the ones up in the Bavarian mountains. But it's not in Bavaria. He's in Tierra del Fuego. He's in Argentina, where everybody either goes to disappear or where people send you in order to be disappeared.
Great German populace down there, though.
Yeah, let's move on from that one. But yeah, he wakes up in this German ski chalet, and he looks outside, and it's just armed guards with dogs and guard towers and a big barbed wire fence like 100 yards away from the house. Just, there's no way he's getting out. And then he walks out of the bedroom of this ski chalet into the living room, and there's Colin Chapman sitting on the couch. He turns on the British Grand Prix, and then, it's the Sky F1 call, lights out and away we go, and all you see is the race start, and they're coming around Cobb's Corner, and it's just, you could see through the visor of Lewis Hamilton's helmet, the eyes go red, and just he holds that line and crashes Max off, and we've reached present day. We're heading into the Hungarian Grand Prix with the aT1000 behind the wheel and the John Connor of the F1 world, Mad Max Verstappen, getting ready to come back and do battle. A literal drive to survive, if you will, for Max at this point. If
plus a liquid metal robot from the future.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Because all the aT1000 knows is victory. By any means necessary.
Who else could stop Mad Max at this point? There really is nobody else. It has to be somebody, not even a human, because that's the final weakness. It needs to be a liquid metal robot, Terminator, programmed for driving from the future. I don't see any other option here. If you guys do, tell us below, because please, we see no other options, right?
Yes. The only way that this could have broken down the way it has is if Lewis Hamilton was secretly replaced with a liquid metal Terminator version of himself from the future, and the real Lewis Hamilton is kicking it with Colin Chapman in Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Getting regaled with stories about John DeLorean's chin implant and the the DMC-12.
Man, he's gonna have a good time down there under armed guard.
Yep.
Until the season ends, or forever. We'll find out.
Yes, we will find out in the next thrilling episode of the F1 Conspiracy Files from the Sesh Grand Prix. If you guys like what we're doing, remember to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you think we're full of shit, share this with your friends so they can come watch and abuse us too. I really don't care. We will fight this out in the comments.
DM me personally at Taylor Surreal and at Raveheart Music.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
We'll go to the wall for this one because it's like this is more fun. Let's be fair. But all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I have been Raveheart. That is Taylor Surreal. And we will see you guys in the next one. Adios.
From the top, let's go!